Ripple's legal battle with the SEC just escalated, and this could be a game changer for the entire crypto world. Why is the SEC trying to delay, and what key issues is Ripple aiming to resolve? This is more than just a case update. It's a turning point for XRP, and it could have an impact on every crypto investor. Stick with me as we dive deep into these new developments and how they could reshape the future of digital assets. Hey everyone, welcome back to Zaki Crypto Update, where we keep you fully updated on all things crypto. Today we're diving into the latest twist in Ripple's fight with the SEC, where Ripple has filed a significant cross-appeal in response to the SEC's own recent appeal. This battle has been long and intense, but the latest moves are setting the stage for some high-stakes legal decisions. If you're looking to get the full picture of what's at stake, how this might impact XRP's future, and why this could even set a precedent for the entire crypto industry, make sure to stay until the end of the video. Trust me, you won't want to miss a single detail. In this video, we'll explore Ripple's cross-appeal, the CC's delay tactics, and the 4 major issues Ripple is putting in the spotlight. What Ripple is doing here goes beyond just defending XRP. They're challenging the very framework the SEC has been using to regulate crypto. Plus, we'll talk about what these developments mean for you as a crypto investor. Be sure to like and subscribe if you're ready to stay informed with the latest insights that truly matter in crypto. All right, let's get into the details of Ripple's latest move against the SEC. Recently, Ripple filed a cross-appeal against the SEC, marking a bold shift in strategy. This cross-appeal raises 4 crucial issues that Ripple believes need to be addressed independently by the Second Circuit. These issues could redefine how securities laws apply to digital assets and might set precedents that extend beyond just XRP. The first and perhaps the most crucial issue is the definition of an investment contract. Ripple argues that under the Securities Act of 1933, an investment contract requires 3 elements: an actual contractual agreement, specific obligations post-sale, and defined rights for the buyer to profit from the seller's actions. Ripple's point here is that the SEC interpretation, which was central to the original ruling against them, is overly broad. According to Ripple, just because an asset is purchased with an expectation of profit doesn't automatically make it a security. If Ripple wins this argument, it could change how the SEC applies securities law to crypto assets. Instead of just relying on profit expectation, the law might need to include these additional criteria for it to qualify as a security. This would mean a big shift, not only for XRP, but potentially for many other tokens and coins in the market. Next, Ripple is challenging the court's application of the Howey test to certain XRP transactions. The Howey test, as many of you know, is the SEC's standard for determining if a transaction qualifies as an investment contract and therefore a security. It requires an investment of money, a common enterprise, and a reasonable expectation of profits derived from others' efforts. Ripple's cross-appeal argues that some XRP transactions don't meet all the Howey criteria. They're essentially saying that the Howey test wasn't intended for crypto assets, and they believe it's being incorrectly applied in their case. Ripple's stance here could resonate throughout the crypto industry, particularly if the court decides that the unique nature of crypto requires a different standard than the traditional Howey test. Imagine a new test designed specifically for digital assets, one that takes into account their decentralized nature and varying use cases. This would affect not just Ripple, but potentially any crypto project that's questioning its regulatory classification. And if Ripple succeeds, we could see a huge shift in regulatory standards for the entire industry. Ripple's third issue centers on its fair notice defense. This is a big one because it involves the question of whether the SEC gave Ripple and the crypto industry enough clarity on what counts as a security. Ripple's legal team has argued that the SEC's guidance on this issue has been inconsistent, vague, and in some cases contradictory. Ripple is challenging whether the SEC's lack of clear guidance created enough regulatory uncertainty to invalidate the enforcement action against them. This lack of fair notice is a powerful argument because if Ripple wins here, it could force the SEC to create clearer guidelines for what doesn't constitute security in crypto. This would be massive for every crypto project and investor, as it could set a precedent that the SEC must be clearer and more transparent before enforcing regulations on the crypto industry. No more guessing, no more gray areas, just clear rules. This would not only make compliance easier for projects, but would give investors a greater sense of security. Finally, Ripple is seeking to overturn an injunction order that restricts their future institutional sales of XRP. The district court previously issued this injunction, essentially telling Ripple to follow the law and refrain from selling XRP as they had in the past. Ripple's argument here is that the injunction is unnecessary and could harm its business operations in the long term. They're questioning whether the court's injunction under Rule 65 was lawful, arguing that it's both overly broad and potentially damaging to their business. If Ripple can convince the Second Circuit to overturn this injunction, they could have much more flexibility to conduct future sales of XRP, which would directly benefit their business and potentially XRP holders. For investors, this is especially important because it impacts Ripple's ability to use XRP to fund operations, expand partnerships, and increase XRP's utility. Overturning this injunction could provide a more stable outlook for XRP and allow Ripple to continue its business without court-imposed limitations. If you're finding this information valuable and want to stay up to date on Ripple's legal battle, remember to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. This case has massive implications, not only for Ripple and XRP, but also for the entire crypto world. By subscribing, you'll be the first to know when new updates are out, so don't miss out. So, what's next in this ongoing legal battle? After Ripple submitted its Form C statement, the Second Circuit will now set the schedule for the remaining steps in the appeal process. This is how it's expected to play out. The SEC will submit its opening appeal brief first, and then Ripple will respond with its own arguments. Following that, Ripple will file its cross-appeal brief, and the SEC will get a chance to address those points in their own response. According to Stuart Alderoty, Ripple's chief legal officer, we're looking at a timeline that might stretch into July 2025 before the final briefs are filed. That's almost a year from now, which gives both sides ample time to prepare their strongest arguments. Meanwhile, every filing and legal argument will be carefully consolidated by the Second Circuit, including some materials from the district court. This entire process is long, but it's incredibly important. Each step brings us closer to a potential resolution, which could set precedents and define regulatory standards for crypto in the US. And just recently, the SEC requested an extension for filing its principal appeal brief, aiming to push the deadline to January 15, 2025. This request stirred up some reactions among XRP holders and industry analysts. Many believe this is a delay tactic on the SEC, similar to what happened in the earlier stages of the case at the district court level. If the court approves this extension, it will further stretch out the timeline of the case, adding even more months to an already lengthy process. And this isn't just about time. Every delay increases the uncertainty surrounding XRP in the broader crypto market. Still, there's no decision yet from the court on whether the SEC will get this extension. And that's where things stand right now. Ripple's cross appeal against the SEC brings forward some of the most critical questions facing the crypto industry today. With the potential to reshape how securities laws are applied to digital assets, this case is far from just an XRP issue. It's about the entire future of crypto. If you enjoyed this deep dive and want to keep up with the latest insights on Ripple, XRP, and the SEC, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to Zaki Crypto Update. Your support means a lot, and by subscribing, you'll be joining a community of crypto enthusiasts who stay informed on the issues that matter. And hey, if you're still hungry for more, check out my other videos on the channel. I cover a wide range of crypto topics from market analysis to in-depth case studies. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.